Hi, I'm Steve Aiken from Fine Gardening Magazine. I'm going to show you how to make this rustic tuteur, which is a great way to add vertical interest to your garden. It's easy, it's inexpensive, it's made out of found sticks, screws covered over with twine to make it look like it's lashed together. Well, the first thing you need to do is select your branches. I've selected the four on my left because they seem to fit together a little better. I try to get the four main legs of the tuteur to be in contact with one another in some way so that I can connect them if need be. I'm going to employ a nice wide elastic band to help me hold the tops of these together as I adjust and play with the legs. Now that the tops are held together by the elastic band, I can hold the entire structure together by putting on some cross pieces along the legs. I want to make sure that I've got them spaced the way that I want, because this is going to be my last chance really to arrange the legs. So then I take a thinner stick that's going to be my cross piece and just kind of, again, eyeball it to see what length of this I want to use as my cross piece and where on the legs I want it to go. It's good to have it stick out a little bit because I'm going to put some more cross pieces to the side. They're going to rest on top of this. We want to avoid a lot of these branch stubs in terms of where we're going to have to screw into because they're difficult to drive a screw through, and also they can be unsightly. I just make a little mark with my fingernail as to where I want to cut it. But then you're ready to cut your cross piece to length. This is another instance where I need a third hand to hold this cross piece on. Since I don't have it, I'm just going to take a clamp and clamp the cross piece to one of the legs. And that's going to hold it on. And then I've propped the other piece on a conveniently located branch stub. Pre-drilling the holes is going to prevent the wood from splitting and also make driving the screws in easier. I use drywall screws because they're good for anything screws. They're not that expensive and you usually have extra ones lying around. Countersinking the hole, which means drilling a little bit deeper, gives the place for the screw head to rest inside the wood so it doesn't stick out as much. So when you're covering it over with your string, it'll be a lot easier to cover over. Two good tips when you're establishing your cross braces here. Do your second one on the opposite side of the first one. It creates a little shelf for your next pieces to sit on. If you have a curve in a branch, take advantage of gravity and keep that curve going down. So after the bottom tier, I put on a second tier for greater stability and for looks. At this point, you can add any number of touches for decorative flair. You can add cross pieces this way. You can create a diamond shape. You can do whatever you want. At this point, it's up to you. The screws we've used to join this together are neither attractive nor natural looking, so we're going to cover them up with twine and make it look like the twigs are lashed together. What I like to do is put the twine behind the main support. I just keep winding it along to just make it look like I've tied these things together. Now that I've got both screws covered up, I can snip off the extra length. In order to attach the end of the twine to the back of the support, I put a little Elmer's glue on it. I just rub the glue in, twisting it the same way that the twine winds so I don't fray it. And then I just attach it to the back. Now, Elmer's glue is water soluble, and this structure is going to be outside, so the glue can come undone. Usually in springtime, you just reapply the glue and it'll last you for another season. The last step is to lash the top together just to cover the screws and to make, again, the top look like it's tied together instead of screwed together. If you want to help your tuteur, or really any wooden outdoor structure, survive the rigors of outdoor weather, you can try adding or applying some spar urethane to it, which coats the wood and helps it withstand moisture and rain. Spraying a light coating on to cover all the wood surfaces. Make sure to get any cut ends. It's a great way to add vertical interest to your garden or to provide vines a nice place to climb up.